Alright, start off in this video. You want to grab storm vermin fur. And we're going to just lightly coat the top of this. Much like a dry brush, but you want to give it a nice even coat. Not too heavy. You don't have to completely make the coat completely solid. Just enough to cover the entire top, but leaving all the crevices and cracks alone. Give that about a few seconds to dry. And then we're going to use some Nuln oil. And you want to take this and you want to spread this through the cracks and crevices. It's okay if you touch some of the edges. Just make sure that you spread this through all the cracks. You might have to do this 2 or 3 times. Next up, grab some BLACKFIRE earth. We're not going to use a lot of this, just a dab. I'm going to stick it in this crater. Now, for the ruined temple bases, not all of them have craters. So if you don't have a crater, or if you're looking at your base and you're like, I like the color scheme, but I'm not sure what to do with this particular color, you can skip it. This isn't required. This step and the TYPHUS corrosion step, which is next, are not required for the look of this. I like how it looks. You just take your finger and smash it down in there, and then feather out the edges. Alright, and then here, TYPHUS corrosion. And then we're going to do the same thing as the TYPHUS, or as the BLACKFIRE earth. And just dab it into the middle and kind of spread it around. And then once you've got a slight puddle, go ahead and take your finger and saturate the tip of your finger with what's on your base, and then spread it around. Feather out the edges again. Alright, now grab AGRAX EARTHSHADEN, and we're going to do this just like the storm vermin fur. We're just going to go across the tops, really. Hit all the centers of the stones. It's okay if it gets down in the cracks and crevices. It's not really a big deal. What we're looking to do is we're looking to kind of tone it down, give it an earthy color. And you can wipe off any real excess with your brush that you have on there. We just really need it to color it. And then it's going to take about 15 minutes to dry. Like, I put a little much, but as you can see up there in the top left corner, small little puddle. I'm just going to leave that because I'm gonna like it. All right. After it's dried, grab Terminatus stone and do a light dry brush. Well, a heavy dry brush. Let's do a heavy dry brush. Go ahead and make sure that you get all the cracks and crevices pretty much. Alright, don't worry if you spread some of this across the flat surfaces. That is alright, because I do 2 steps of washes. So just go ahead, go ham, make sure you get all the cracks and crevices. Don't get too crazy with getting paint on the flat surfaces. Try to keep it to the edges. Make sure you get the crater. Alright. Grab AGRAX Earthshade again, and this time we're going to saturate the crap out of this. There we go. Make sure you cover the whole thing. Get it down in the cracks, get it in the crevices. Make sure you keep your brush saturated. There we go. Let that dry. Alright, it hasn't completely dried, which is alright, but I'm going to go ahead and start doing the edges here. And I grabbed Dawnstone just for the top lip of this. These particular bases have a small ridge. Use Mechanicus Standard Gray to do the bottom outer edge. And touch up any little spots that might be left. And that's pretty much it. You can let that dry. Once it's dry, you can see it's got a I like it. It's got a really good look to it. It looks like old stone, an old weathered stone. I appreciate you watching. Hit like and subscribe,